are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
All-pro receiver Michael Thomas missed all of 2021 while recovering from an ankle injury. But we'll never forget that he set an NFL record in 2019 with 145 catches. When healthy, borderline unguardable, just like he was on that play.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Stopped short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. The Saints at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they've got to be pleased with the start of this season, obviously.
Yeah, and you're talking about 3 good quality wins. It's got people in the locker room excited. Not overly so, but that quiet confidence is starting to build. They're starting to believe that this could be their year if they stay on track.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So this game here in London, the first of 5 games in the NFL International Series for 2022. We'll see the Giants and Packers here next week. Broncos and Jags at Wembley at the end of the month. The Seahawks and the Bucs, that'll be in November in Munich, Germany. First time a game's been held there. And then we wrap up down in Mexico City. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 70. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On second down, it's Cook again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Back to the ground, Cook. Down to about the 37.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On second down, there's the option going left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that. They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Lock up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll run for it. Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense.
19 driving, 19 driving, 19, 19 driving.
Back to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Warriors 70. Hurt.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Here we go, here we go.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. On the counter, here's Kamara. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Go street. Come back in. Come back in.
They'll set up a throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try and get him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line and linebacker 2nd level and the secondary the 3rd. When you block it up well, you make the secondary.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, as the first half is winding down. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Hold
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Pulls it in at the 13. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Second and 5. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
They'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Yeah, they'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll try and throw for it here. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Back to throw again. complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Joseph's got it. And the lead is down to 1 now, 14-13. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll drop to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And some room to run now. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 24. 119 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Ingram going to get it on the option. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. And That's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. The kick by Lutz is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. A nice little juke. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 1. And his throw here's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and that leads to a Minnesota first down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 112 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. This one brought in by Jefferson. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Pulls it in at the 13. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Again, it's Kamara. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33. Coming left, it's Ingram. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Ready?
And here's Kamara on the read option. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. In motion right is Thomas. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
He's back to throw. Rolling to his left. And it's caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. What?
Wants to try to end the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 10 for 11, 10 for 11.
Back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, so barring a first down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts, and your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, those 2-minute drills, most of them are run in practice without the benefit of timeouts and want to make it as tough a situation as possible. They're in it right now.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these 2 teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love to slide.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or